Hey everyone, this is Tim from Midnight and 2, and today we're talking about shaping our beard with a straight razor. There's a lot of advantages to having a straight razor, but there's also some disadvantages. So first off, advantages, straight razors are pretty badass. It's very James Bond-like. You always feel a little bit more confident after shaving with a straight razor. And you'll find too that over time you start to take pride in how efficient and how comfortable your shaves are. It's also really meditative in a sense because this tool can be dangerous if you're not really paying attention. You have to be really focused on what you're doing, and in order to be really focused, you need to block everything else out. So it's this kind of unique time period in your day, whether it be 10, 15, or 20 minutes, where all you're doing is focusing on one single thing. And that can be really relaxing. Particularly if you're shaping in your beard, it's really great for how long the blade is and the surface area that it covers. I can cut in a line from basically the bottom of my chin to the back of my jaw with one cut. That means that the lines are going to be straighter, they're going to be a little bit sharper. It's just more of a precision tool. Another advantage is because it's a single blade, it's not going to clog. So I could shave off days of hair, I could shave off my entire beard even, and not have to worry about my razor clogging. A few of the disadvantages, it can be a pretty significant investment up front. So this particular straight razor I think cost me about $150 Canadian. That's probably on the more entry level of razors. This for me works totally fine. I don't need anything more expensive than this. However, there's a lot of options out there. So there's razors that can cost you $500 plus. But for me, I think about the $150 to $200. That's an entry point where the razor's probably going to be able to do everything that you need it to do. But there's not only the razor, so there's the equipment that you require in order to maintain your razor. Most notably, the strop. This is basically a piece of leather, and you rub your blade up against it before you shave every single time. And what that does is it keeps your blade incredibly sharp. It's a way of just maintaining it between full hones. Hones being when you get the blade professionally sharp. For a strop, I think you can kind of expect to pay about $50 for a decent strop. Another disadvantage is it takes a long time to learn. So a lot of people estimate that it takes about 100 shaves before you really get efficient with a straight razor. That's a pretty significant time investment. And a lot of people don't really have that patience. So it's not simple, it's something that you need to invest your time and energy into in order for it to be really efficient and really a viable way for you to shave. It's probably going to take you a little bit longer to shave each time. You may have to go over your skin a few different times in order to get all the hairs, where if you're used to shaving with a cartridge razor, you don't really have that problem because you've got multiple blades. You may only have to go over an area once, whereas with a straight razor, because you have one blade, it may not get all the hairs the first time, so you may find that you're having to do multiple passes. So how exactly do you shave with it? Rule of thumb is you don't want to put any sort of pressure on your skin when you're using this to shave. So you basically want just the weight of the blade to be pushing up against your skin. You don't want to be forcing the blade up against your skin. You want to make sure that you're pulling your skin really tight to make the hairs most accessible to the blade, to make the cuts of the hair a lot easier and a lot more smooth. You want to have your blade at about a 10-degree angle. So you see some movies where guys have blades like this, like that is totally wrong and dangerous. You almost want the blade to be completely flat when you're shaving. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my approach to shaving with the straight razor, how I cut in my lines. Don't worry, I'm going to fast forward through most of it. Bear with me. The product I'm going to be using is the Midnight and 2 Brushless Shave Cream. So what's really good about this product is it doesn't foam up. It's really, in the simplest terms, is a lotion that you can shave with. The way to apply it is first to wet the area, then grab about a dime-sized amount of cream, and rub it into the water until it feels really slick up against the skin. So I've applied the cream. I added a little bit more water just until it felt really slick on my skin. And as you can see, it isn't foaming, so I can really see exactly what I'm doing, which is great for cutting in the beard lines, but it's also great when you've got a straight razor because this is really a precision tool. So I've cut in the lines on my neck as well as shaved my neck area. Now what I'm going to do is apply more of the brushless cream. And for those who aren't familiar with this product, this is basically, it's a shaving cream, but it's also an aftershave. It's also a moisturizer. So after you're done shaving, just apply a bit more of that cream. And there's aloe vera juice and hemp oil and things like that in this product, which helps soothe the skin after you're shaving, or after you're done shaving. So now that the neck is done, I'm going to do the sections on my cheeks. So again, I wet the area, apply some of the cream, and I'll make sure it feels slick on my skin, and if it's not quite slick enough, I'll add a little bit more water. So these sections tend to be a little bit more tricky for me. I find that the top areas are fine. Now that I've got the top areas all shaved, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the neck, and that's apply a little bit more cream. That's a lot. Just to soothe the skin after shaving and put some moisture back into the skin. And then while I'm doing this, I'm also going to put the moisturizer on the rest of my face. Just make sure everything's into the skin and feeling good. And there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Talk soon.